No, but that ass though.
We about to bake. So today we're making keto zucchini bread, and I'm gonna walk you through the ingredients. With baking, you have to be very precise, especially with keto baking. If you choose to swap things out, that's at your discretion, but just make sure that you're converting it. I like to use the Google to make sure that my conversions work out. So yeah, let's jump right into it. So for this particular recipe, you're going to need 3 to 4 small zucchinis. The smaller the zucchini, the less water. Zucchini holds a lot of water, so you want to get that excess out. We're going to need fillings. I'm not really going in any particular order, so but I'm using pecans and I'm using raisins, or as they call them in Australia, sultanas, which just sounds like the emperor, like what? Raisins. So those will be my 2 toppings, but you can use whatever kind of nuts you want. No nuts if you're allergic, chocolate, up to you. Then for the flours, I'm going to need coconut flour and almond flour, which you can substitute, but again, you gotta refer to Google about how to do all of that, because I don't know how to do that. Now, I'm not particular on brands, but through a lot of my research, I found that a lot of bakers are particular. So again, that's up to you. I just grab whatever's the cheapest because we're on a budget. Then you're gonna need erythritol, which is just like substitute sugar. My man always asks me, what's erythritol? I don't know. It's a substitute sugar. It's supposed to be healthy for you. All right, there's a whole bunch. So you can use monk fruit if you don't want erythritol. That's up to you as well. Then we need baking powder. You're gonna need eggs. You're going to need 5 room temperature. I don't really know why room temperature, but I'm sure there's some scientific reason. Better for your baking. About 30 minutes before you bake is good enough. And then for seasonings, we're going to use ginger, nutmeg, ground cinnamon, and vanilla. Again, I just pick up whatever's the cheapest. Then I have my measuring cups, which are all in milliliters. I'm in Australia, what can I do? And then I just have 2 regular spoons that I use as tablespoons. And then I'm going to need a grater because I'm going to grate these bad boys.
No food processor, no problem. Just use a towel to soak up the excess water. As you can see, I'm going back in with my hands to soak up any extra excess the towel missed. I've made my life harder by not having proper measuring cups. Do yourself a favor and get some. That way, measuring out the flour doesn't turn into a math project. Whisk it for about 15 seconds to get out any lumps, then set it to the side. Forgot to mention, you'll need some coconut oil. Next, we're going to incrementally fold the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients. We're also going to switch over to a spatula, and that's just to avoid air bubbles from forming in the dough. Once you've added the grated zucchini and fillings of your choice, transfer to a lightly oiled baking pan lined with parchment paper.
Now we're gonna pop it in the oven on 180 Celsius. So my oven's already preheated. I'm just gonna pop it in there for 50 minutes. After 50 minutes, you're gonna cover it with foil because you don't want the outside to burn, but you wanna make sure the inside really gets cooked, especially the zucchini, which still holds some water even after you squeeze it out. You wanna make sure that's cooked all the way. After 70 minutes, then you can stick a toothpick in to make sure it's all Gucci, and then you'll just let it cool for 3 hours. Good morning. So I made my zucchini bread really late last night, so I had to let it cool overnight, but usually you just need to let it cool for about 3 hours. It sunk a little bit in the middle, as you can see. That's probably due to the zucchini still having a lot of water. So if you have a food processor, which I don't, I would really suggest using that to get all that excess out, but nonetheless, we're still good. It's risen more than my previous ones have, so I'm super excited about that. And usually I just eat it by itself, but you can add butter, peanut butter, whatever other spreads you want. This is how it looks on the inside, and it's still a little bit moist from that zucchini, but that's what gives it the good taste. So if you try this recipe, let me know how you go. If you have any questions, comment, like, subscribe, whatever people do to these videos. Enjoy.